Well, top of the morning to you. Once again, you reached the Tasmania Reactions channel. Like, subscribe, share, comment, and let's get into it. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video that's titled here as Black and Mexican Save a White Girl from Crazy Boyfriend. Rumor has it, white girl was cheating on her boyfriend and he just found out. Let's see what happens. Sounds exciting. Ooh. Dropping those knees. Dropping those knees.
No te metan, ni lo toques. Ahora viene la policía, ese güero y unos hispanos, tú sabes, no te metas, tú nada más grabas. I got it in camera, don't worry about it.
Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please. Call 911. Right there, right there. Okay, bye. You said we both go.
So with that said, I hope everybody's in agreement with me that that black individual that was dropping the knees should be prosecuted to the highest level, right? Wrong. I'm glad to see this isn't dead. I'm glad to see that when a couple of older men, and maybe it's because they're older, but a couple of older men hear a woman screaming, they go to her aid. The reason why I started off with that comment was, if we remember, Daniel, or is it Danny Penning? It happened to be a white savior who ended up getting a black man in a chokehold, held him down. Daniel Penning was a Marine, and him and actually there was a couple, I believe it was another black guy and a Mexican guy, held this dude down. Danny Penning had him in a chokehold. Some say for a little longer than he needed to, but if you remember, the individual was threatening people on the subway. Many pedestrians that were on the train with them feared for their lives. Literally told everybody they feared for his life, but yet Penning was still put on trial for second-degree murder, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I will say there was a great explanation from The View about this, and here you go.
Tragedy that Neely is dead today, but I do not think that the villain is Daniel Penny. I think it is the city of New York who repeatedly fails people who could be a danger to themselves and others. And as you mentioned, he was on this list. He had previously assaulted a woman, committed some minor offenses, petty crimes, but he was somebody who I can say I've been on the subway and felt unsafe. People that I've talked to on our staff have been on the subway and felt unsafe. And my only criticism of Penny is, could you have not let go sooner? Because I don't want, what I don't want though is good guys. My husband is the guy who, if he saw some people are afraid, he would step in and do something. I don't want people to be afraid to help their neighbors. A woman testified who was on the subway train. She shielded her kid because she was afraid. You need people to be able to do that, but you need to also be careful of stopping short. And I want to mention, he is a Marine. I have a lot of dear friends from Marines. It is in their nature to want to protect people. Did it go too far? I wish he had let go sooner, but I think that is built into who he is. Tragedy that.
Okay, now I thought that was a great explanation. I do feel that some things are left out. There's a lot of things that ended up happening with this individual. You can go and look. It's been something that's already been argued here and there, but at least with Daniel Penny, when the individual left, he was alive and well. There was some other things that probably caused him to pass on, and but ultimately the thing was is it almost made it to the point where you're going to make, like she said, bystanders who see someone in need or a group of people in need, as in the Penning situation. The individual was threatening many people on there. Me being prior military, and actually the department I was in, along with many others, male and female, would have stepped up, depending on who the perpetrator was. Especially you get a couple of people together. That was a big thing. It was more than just Penning that did it. Penning just happened to be a white guy and had him in a chokehold. In this scenario, there was a black guy that pulled him out along with a Mexican. And to me, there's nothing wrong with that. Matter of fact, I think that's awesome. White woman's screaming. I didn't necessarily hear help, but she's screaming because she's getting somewhat definitely maltreated, but definitely being hurt. And with no hesitation, they came to the rescue. I mean, you never know what they were running into. An individual could have had a weapon, but they went into action, going to save somebody they didn't even know. And you could clearly see what race they were. They didn't care. And that's what America's about. That's what should be talked about. Just like Daniel Penning, he didn't care that the individual was black. He didn't care that the people that he was fine, and all the people on the subway were different races and all that. He was just worried about keeping them safe. He could tell that they were afraid, and he was also fearful. And I think that something like this should be commended, and I'm glad the way that they threw out this video of Mexican and black man save a white woman from her crazy, should have put white boyfriend, because that's what it looked like. So, but I do want to get a little into this video though. Just gonna go analyze it a little bit. Okay, she's honking the horn, she's yelling, well played. Looks like the individual probably was on the passenger side. He's coming over. It looks like he's probably trying to suffocate her or put some pressure on her neck or pull her hair. Doesn't look like he's punching her nonetheless. I'm just describing what's going on, and none of it's okay. I'm just describing what's going on. All of a sudden, you have a Mexican wearing a Chucky jacket. That's bad news for the perp anyways. You have a guy wearing 52. At first I thought it was Ray Lewis. Shoot, I don't know who it is. I don't know who that is. However, looks like this guy's been around before. As you can tell, the Hispanic actually gets this individual in a chokehold if you want to, or attempt chokehold. It looks like a pretty good chokehold. If you want to say that's the same thing Penning did, that's exactly. You watch MMA, people know how to rear naked choke. And I'll tell you what, it does a great job, and it also makes people unconscious to the point where you can stop holding them, which in Penning's situation, the individual was alert when the cops came, if you actually see the reports. Anywho, not getting that. So, but once again, then you have, ma'am, there's already two individuals that are male doing the job. They don't need you to come in and cause any other issue in that little small area. Just saying. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what she does and what she does to help the situation. Now let me get in there. Let me get in there and do absolutely nothing. Because she gets smashed up against the door. Now they pull him out, as they were going to anyways. But again, just like fights, women do not get in the middle of two guys arguing. You just make things worse. And trust me, it's not your fault. If you come over and you get in the middle of it, know you have well intentions, but you're not helping anything, because you're just gonna make the guys, because we're idiots, also start getting higher testosterone, because now a girl's in the middle, and we're idiots and we're going to get more aggressive. Look at any video that you see on the internet. As soon as guys are just talking shit, they're pushing each other, look like maybe they're going to do something, maybe they're not. But if they're going to do something, let them do something. I've seen more times when a woman gets in there, all of a sudden they get hit. But a lot of times they'll just keep talking shit until enough people come and just break them up. But as soon as a single woman woman or two get in there and there's no other guys to break it up, all of a sudden testosterone in us stupid guys, because it's our fault, and all of a sudden you're going to cause a better chance when a woman or two get in the middle of two guys arguing. Testosterone for the guys, we're morons, and it makes us want to actually get in a fight. Just saying. Stay out of it. Situation like this, ma'am, stay out of there. What she finally did, which was great, she went around and probably tried to help from the back to hold the girl from falling. Unfortunately, I don't know if she couldn't open the door, but it doesn't look like she didn't help at all. But her intentions were there, and great job by her as well. But I would say get out of the way and let the two guys who are obviously stronger get them out and do what they need to do. Now, it's great that the Mexican guy eventually gets him somewhat in a chokehold to, it's going to make him lose grip and all that. But while he's doing that, great teamwork, even though I don't even know if these guys know each other. One guy's wearing a Chucky coat, and the other guy's wearing a jersey. They seem a little different in age. The black man seems a little bit older. But as he sees that the guy's neck is being held, he ends up starting to knee the dude in the stomach. Great job, because he's holding on to the lady's hair. You're not going to prick a guy's finger off one at a time. Just start hitting. And it looks like he tried to hit him a couple of times in the nuts. Good. He's harming a woman. Do what you got to do until he lets go. That's ridiculous what he's doing. Boom. There you go. Good job. Good job. Yep. Keep going. Yeah, he's saying let go. Let go. Oh, give him a couple of punches. Nothing wrong with that as far as I'm concerned. Punch again. Punch again. She still has him. Oh, he just punched. Boom. Hold on. He just punched him in the nuts, and he released. He got a clear punch in the nuts, and he released her. Well done, 52. Well done, 52. Did really good job. And now he's got him in a chokehold there. And immediately he says, the black individual says, call the cops, call the cops. But the most important thing in this video, and I want you to want to leave you guys with this, admire through this whole ordeal, from this guy kneeing this guy punching him in the chest, punching him in the nuts to get the man to release. This man does not let go of his cigs. That is amazing. You want to say all heroes don't wear capes? That man still's holding on to his cigs from the beginning. He was able to hold on to his cigs, pull this guy out, and ultimately his one punch to the nuts released that woman's hair. God bless America, right? And then she's saying, please stop recording, please stop, whatever. Matter of fact, she goes and I believe she goes and touches her, like her man, like, oh, are you okay? You okay? Right here. Saying call 911. Good job. Good job. Because that just shows he's not looking to hurt him. He's not. Here she goes. She goes to touch him. Oh, are you okay, sweetheart? Are you okay? Okay, I understand you're cheating on him, and you did that. But as Bill Burr has a great comedy skit, there's no reason to hit a woman, right? So, anywho, he didn't say there's no reason, but you shouldn't, and we don't. So, but in a situation like this man got what he deserved. I'm glad these guys stepped up, did what was supposed to be done. I know we live in an evil male patriotic, oh shoot, what is it called? My cat's got my tongue on that. But trust me, there are men out there who will come to the aid of females. Patriarchy. Is that what it is? That's probably what it is. Sorry, it's late. I need to go to sleep. So anyways, great job with these two individuals. I hope this goes viral. Everybody have a good night. And remember, stay in school.